Welcome to another episode of On Two Wheels, and we're here in the Swan Valley in Western Australia. We're at a Dear Friends restaurant, which is a lovely place if ever you fancy something to eat. We're here for a very special reason, but I'm not going to tell you that reason, not until the very, very last episode of On Two Wheels, so you have to keep watching. What we are going to do in the meantime is we're going to head off to Melbourne, where I caught up with Wayne, the dealer principal of Victory Motorcycles, and we had a chat with him about Victory in Melbourne. I'm here with Wayne. He's the dealer principal for this fantastic Victory showroom. Now tell me, Wayne, when did Victory start? Give me some history about Victory Motorcycles.
We've been in Melbourne for 3 years. This is our fourth year now. Been in the States for 15 years. So it's a brand that's starting to build. In Melbourne, we're starting to get a bit of critical mass happening now. So the more bikes are getting out on the road, which is a good thing.
Hence, of course, the slogan, the new American motorcycle.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Now, I understand not only is it the newest motorcycle company, you also now have the oldest motorcycle company on board.
Yeah, correct. Polaris have owned Indian now. It's due to be released, we envisage around 2014 or so. So it's a little way off yet. But yeah, we're the newest and the oldest.
And talking of new technology, you can't get more modern than something like the Vision. What an amazing machine. How did that all come about?
Well, I think the Vision was exactly that. It was built as a futuristic model to showcase touring and styling. However, it started to sell, so I think Victory thought it was on a winner and started mass producing them.
It's certainly going to give something like the Goldwing a run for its money.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. It's a bike that you really have to ride to appreciate. The amount of storage that's in them, the power, the handling, they're just really a magical bike to be on the road.
The new kid on the block is the hardball, I believe.
Yes, hardball is the Tourer, based on a Crossroads, but with a real matte black and red cues on it. For the person who doesn't like cleaning a lot of chrome.
It's a nice pinstriping as well.
Yep, absolutely. Laced wheels, 18-inch laced wheels are standard. 79 litres of storage in the hard panniers with mini ape hangers, so it's a pretty comfortable riding position as well as the great handling of a Crossroads.
Well, I'm yet to ride them with the ape hangers. I'll let you know about that. Being as vertically challenged as I am, it might look like a gorilla riding down the road.
Ape hangers are certainly an acquired taste. They don't suit a lot of people, but the market out there is quite large on them.
Yeah, I have heard that if you pull them back a little bit, they're much more comfortable.
Yep, there's you can. The good thing about them, you can set them up forward, back, wherever they're comfortable for you. So, and as long as you're not reaching too much above your shoulders, they're pretty comfortable.
Now, Wayne, we've moved into your workshop area here. Behind us is one of these massive Visions. Now, what about your workshop?
Look, we have a great workshop facility here. We've got Grant, Roscoe, Jules and Benny. So there's a team of 4, a couple of apprentices. Mm-hmm. We do our bit with training the guys up. There's enough work coming through, especially winter time now. We promote it pretty heavily to get the bikes in here. People are not so much on the road, but now's the time to keep their services up and keep the bikes maintained.
Yeah, and the service intervals on these sort of motors?
They're all powered by the 106 cube Freedom V twin engine, specifically designed, engineered and built by Victory Motorcycles. They utilise hydraulic valve, cam adjustments, coupled with the final drive being a belt, all points to low maintenance, so there's more time on the road, less time in here in the workshop, which is an important thing. Now they've all got 8,000k service intervals, so again, more time on the road.
Yeah, 8,000 is quite a bit on a bike. It's quite a you know. And what's your rough sort of service cost for?
Well, they break down into two: a steel frame and an alloy frame. Steel frame bikes are essentially the cruisers, while the tourers have an alloy frame. The cruisers have around about $300 for a service, and the tourers, being an alloy frame, around about $400, a little bit more. Mm-hmm. Relatively inexpensive as compared to a few of the other brands. And as I said, every 8,000 Ks, it's not a big ask.
No, it's not at all. Now, this is a great workshop setup. I love it all here. But what we're going to do is going to go out onto the floor now and have a look at something rather special that you got on one of the podiums. I want to have a chat with you about that.
Yeah, absolutely. The Sharpie Judge.
Yes, that's it. Let's go and have a look at that. Okay, Wayne, this is it. This beautiful machine behind us. Tell us something about this.
Yeah, the Sharpie Judge. She's a beauty. It was done by Melissa Breitenfeld, who's Victory's graphic designer. Hand drawn with a Sharpie texter.
You're kidding
and then
me.
cleared over, yeah. Now it incorporates the Griffin, Four Horsemen, Lady Justice, the Executioner. It's all about, or it symbolises justice and victory. Mm-hmm. It was done specifically for Australia. It's a one-off for the Australian Motorcycle Expo in the Gold Coast earlier on this year, to launch the Judge. As the 13 symbolise the 2013 model, and we've got it here a little bit early, which is a fantastic thing.
Now, is this model actually for sale?
No, this one's actually owned by the managing director.
Really?
So yeah, she's off the market, but luckily we have it for display, which is a great thing.
There's some amazing motorcycles here. Now, in this global recession that we're in at the moment, how's it going with Victory? Are you sort of doing any special offers to bring people through the door?
Yeah, absolutely. Look, at the moment we run our special ultimate test ride package, which is, we call it the Weekend Escape Test Ride. Now, we'll give you a motorcycle, full tank of juice, a night's accommodation, and you can take the bike, you can pick it up Friday, drop it back Monday. No other motorcycle manufacturer does that. We're that confident that if you ride one, you'll own one.
So they can take the bike away for a whole day and a night, and you pay them to stay in accommodation and everything?
Absolutely, absolutely. We're that confident, as I said before, ride one, you'll own one. The amount of take-up that we've had so far is phenomenal.
Oh, I'm surprised. I'm shocked and stunned. And how long is that going on for, mate? Is it just an ongoing thing?
Yeah, look, it's we're gauging the response, but the response has been fantastic. It's giving us results, so when you're on a good thing, stick to it.
And also, obviously, it's getting the bikes out there. People are seeing the bikes around.
Absolutely, we have quite a large demonstrator fleet. We have one of every model, so anybody wants to ride any model of Victory, come and see us. Now the ultimate test ride is an offer through Melbourne and Sydney. Mm-hmm. Now also through Melbourne and Sydney at the moment, we're running free servicing for the first 2 years that you own your motorcycle. Now the warranty period's two years unlimited Ks. For that 2 years, an unlimited Ks, we'll service your bike.
Now, Victory, behind Victory, is a fantastic customising family, the Ness family. So can we go and have a look at one of the Nesses?
Yeah, absolutely, let's do that.
Okay, we moved up to the top part of the showroom now, Wayne, and we're looking at a fantastic customised motorcycle. This is a customised jackpot, and who's this done by?
This is Corey Ness. Corey Ness is Arlen Ness's son. He customises the jackpots for Victory. This one is number 122 of 300. The main points are diamond cut barrels, Evil 7 wheels, tribal paintwork, chrome swing arm. It's the attention to detail that a lot of the bikes just need a little bit of finishing. This is straight out of the box, away you go, full custom bike.
Okay, now when we say straight out of the box, because this may be shown in a year's time or whatever, rough sort of price on something like this?
High 30s for these.
For that's a fully customised bike?
Absolutely.
That's unreal. That's unreal. Now, of course, Arlen is the dad.
Yep, Arlen Ness, the godfather of customising motorcycles. He customises the visions for Victory. puts his personal touches to it. Corey personally touches the...
That's probably.
Yeah, it's getting a little bit too personal. Arlen puts his personal touches to the visions. Corey does the personal touches to the jackpot. And Zach is Corey's son, or the grandson of Arlen, puts his personal touches to the Vegas.
The Vegas, which is sitting over there, which is a matte black version. It's got some nice bling actually on it. It's a footrest, pretty specky.
Yeah, the whole shot, pegs, grips, derby covers. Yeah, it's a great looking bike.
If you want to come and look at some amazing motorcycles, get down here to Victory Motorcycles in Melbourne. Also, don't forget the Sydney store as well, which we will be visiting later on in the series. Thank you very much, Wayne.
Good on you, Keith.
Cheers,
Thank
mate. Once again, we welcome Steve along to our wonderful show on Two Wheels. Steve from Adventure Cams, of course. Now, we're going to change. We're not doing cameras now. What are we talking about today?
Yeah, look, we now distribute motorcycle intercoms within Australia, particularly the Senna brand, which is, in my opinion, one of the best on the market. They have some great features that are now found, and they're going really well, Keith.
Fantastic. Now, you actually gave me a set.
Yes.
We've actually got a intercom set as well, which our driver wears, so he can talk to the riders, which makes it much easier for filming, because at least we know now what the rider's going to do.
Yeah.
So the camera car wears one, and then I've got one on my helmet there. Now tell us. I mean, I fitted this myself.
Pretty scary, isn't it?
Pretty bloody good, really. I'll tell you, because I was a bit worried. I don't know if you want to demonstrate how it all goes together.
Yeah, certainly, Keith. This is the Senna unit. It's what we call the SMH10. It has a 900 metre rider-to-rider range, and you can also now, Senna have introduced Bluetooth 3, which is a firmware upgrade, or by the time you see this, the models will come out with it in. It now has voice prompting, and you can actually four-way conference with it. As far as fitting it, very simple. It's got 2 speakers and a boom mic, and the unit actually clips off. Along with four-way conference mode, these have auto reconnect too, Keith. So if we go out of range while we're on a ride, if I go out of that 900 metres, every 8 seconds they'll try and reconnect.
Okay.
Perhaps the best thing about these is even with your gloves on, everything's controlled off the jog dial there. So really simple, big winter gloves on, you can still do your volume, and that'll allow you to scroll through your music, because of course, being Bluetooth, you can now pair up with your iPhone
That's
or any
right.
smartphone. You can have the music playing in the background.
And when you get to full power, it actually gives you a little bleep to tell you you're there.
Yeah,
so
that's right. Yeah. Now with the voice prompting, now you probably noticed with yours, they actually tell you when they're turned on. They'll tell you when your
Yes, they
phone's
do.
paired. You can go into configuration mode. Tells you when you're in Vox, when you're out of Vox. So simplicity is the key with the Senna. If you look at a lot of intercoms on the market, they have lots of fiddly buttons, and you're riding along trying to remember where that button is for the volume. The Senna, it only has 2 controls, which is the jog dial and the button at the back for answering the phone. If you've got a smartphone, you can actually make and receive calls through voice activation.
Voice activation,
Yeah.
that's what we did with ours, and I was quite impressed with that.
Yeah.
So just show us one not fitted to the helmet, and show us what it's all about.
Yeah, no worries. That's the clamp kit, the bit you can see on the helmet. Now, there's no modifications at all. It's simply a matter of undoing the 2 screws. That comes down, and the tang will actually go between the helmet liner and the shell. So we don't have to drill holes, do any modifications at all.
No, it was very easy. And you get obviously stereo nowadays.
Yeah,
The old ones used to come with just one, I think.
Yeah, 2 speakers, and there's many other configurations you can go. If you want to run molded earplugs, you can do that now. If you don't like the boom mic, you can get a whole separate clamp kit that has a very thin mic
Okay,
on
and
it.
this comes with Velcro, so you can Velcro it into
Yep.
the side of your helmet.
Yep. It normally takes you about 10 minutes to fit it up. The wires all go down behind the liners. Most helmets now have removable liners, so it's all very simple. How long do yours take to fit?
Actually, quite a time, because it's a bit of a pig of a helmet. This one, to be honest with you, because it's one of these helmets that sort of clips up at the front. And it was a little bit of a pain.
Yep.
But it wasn't very long. It wasn't very long
Yep.
at all. Yeah,
Yep.
no, it was fairly easy, really.
Yeah, look, to date we haven't found any helmets they won't fit up to.
No.
So yeah, there's no restrictions of what helmet you run. If you've got Bluetooth GPSs, they now have what they call multi-point pairing. So it used to be you'd pair up your phone to your GPS, then GPS to the Bluetooth. Now multi-pair, both units can pair to it, and it keeps all the functionality of your phone and your GPS. So the
Fantastic.
technology is just getting better and better. With Senna, everything's firmware upgradable, so if the technology changes, they release a firmware upgrade, it's free. So what you buy today isn't outdated tomorrow, which I think is great.
And I've also noticed the mics now are actually directional, so whereas they didn't used to be, they used to have just a normal microphone on the end, but now it's actually directional, so it's actually facing you.
Yeah, that's right. It's what the bi-directional mic with noise cancellation. So with the Sennas, even 140, 150, you're still getting, as you probably would be aware, or not that you do 140, 150, of course. You're still getting very clear communications.
Yeah. No, absolutely superb. Now, where are these available from, mate?
Yeah, most bike shops around Perth, Helmet House, Savage Suzuki, most bike shops you'll find around Perth have got them. If they haven't got them, ask them why and tell them to ring Adventure Camps.
Well, I know Helmet House has, because I've just fitted them to my new Aride that I got from there, and it actually it took half the time to fit to the Aride because they just popped out. The lining popped out a lot easier than this one did. Yeah. So it was a lot easier to do. So.
Yeah. But if you can't find them online, get in touch with us at Adventure Cams, and we can certainly steer you in the right direction.
adventurecams.com.au. Thank you very much, Steve. Thanks a lot. And we'll head over to Corey.
I'm here with young Sam Clark. You've worked your way up through the ranks with Fastline GP racing. How did you go, and how did it all come along?
Well, first I started off with BMX. Came to Australia when I was 6. When I was 7, I went to my first race at Wanneroo BMX track, and I enjoyed it. I could do all the jumps, and that's pretty much how I started. Went to the world titles, one in Perth, one in Holland, one in Paris. Got 3rd in the world in Paris, 5th in the world in Holland, and another 5th in the world in
Perth. All right, let's just talk about
motorbikes. And from there I went to motocross. Started on a 60 and then worked my way up to an 85. Competed in the 2008 Nationals. A few bike problems there, but from there I went on to the juniors on 150. Did 1 year in WA, and then worked my way up to the MRRDA, the Australian Nationals. Got 2nd overall in the MRRDA, which was pretty good for the junior team. And from there I worked my way up to the 125 Fastline class. First year I was off the pace a little bit, but slowly worked my way up, and from here on competing in ASBK Nationals on a new Moto 3, and it's all going quite well.
So there's only 2 of these things in the state, these Moto 3 bikes, and have you got one of them, have you?
I've got 2 of them.
A bit greedy.
I've got 1 wet one and 1 dry one, which only allowed to run one of them at the ASBK, but Dave supplied them for me, Fastline. They run well, and very happy to be on it.
So how'd you go in the first round of on the Moto 3?
I was going well. Won 2nd in the first race and a 1st in the second, and 3rd race crashed and didn't get to finish, but should be at the next round and looking forward to it.
Excellent. Well, thank you very much, Sam, and you make sure you get out there and head down bum up.
Thank you.
No worries.
This is a bit of a new boy from Victory Motorcycles. This is the Victory Jackpot. You can notice a little bit of a, gambling theme coming here, the high ball, low ball, red ball, all that sort of stuff. But this is the new Jackpot. And I'll tell you what you get for your money is unbelievable. This thing is out of the, except for those pipes, they're aftermarket pipes on this one. But out of the box, this thing is customized. It's like having your own customized motorcycle straight out of the crate. It's an awesome machine using the same 106 cubic inch motor. The bulletproof motor. So the frame is actually colour matched to the bike. So this one's a white frame. There's also a black frame, but that's on the gold bike. There's a gold version of this, which you'll see the shots coming up now. Absolutely stunning. It really does look nice. I did say, why didn't they do it with the gold frame? But it probably was a bit too much with the gold frame. So they do it with the black frame. And of course you got the red one as well. Again, absolutely stunning looks. The paintwork on here is absolutely outstanding. It's a scallop tank as well. You can actually, it's a customized tank. Everything on it is customized. You've got the 250 back tyre. That can, if you want, be updated to a 300. If you want to put a 300 on or a 280, you can do. But at the moment, it's got a 250 on there, which is plenty. Believe me, it is plenty. 21-inch front wheel, billet front wheel. Again, it looks like it's something comes straight out of a custom shop. It's very, very well put together. What I like about Victory motorcycles as well is your speedo, your tacho, everything is up the top here. Everything's so you can see it. It's on the handlebars. You don't have to take your head down and put it at the tank, because a lot of these motorcycles nowadays are coming with the speedo in the tank. Don't like that at all, because you're actually taking your eyes off the road. You can just dip your eyes, see your speed, and it's fine. The idea of these machines, of course, is you can buy it straight off the shelf like this, or you can go into your local Victory dealer and you'll get a tour around when you go in, and they will take you through the different wheels you can put on it, different exhausts you can put on it, different tyres, everything right the way through. You can customise this bike to the hilt. You know, you can spend another 20,000 if you wanted to customise it, but you don't need to. It is customised. If you're just a Sunday rider, you can take this out on a Sunday. In fact, I've just ridden here not very far from the dealership in Melbourne, and to be honest with you, there's 3 people have stopped me and said, what a fantastic bike. You know, where did you have that done? It's not, it's straight out the crate. So it's an amazing machine. These are aftermarket exhausts on. It does give it a very nice note. The exhaust pipes that come with it, obviously they've got to comply, so sound levels are a little bit low and it doesn't sound as meaty as it should. These make it sound really, really nice. Now, I know there's laws around to stop you having noisy exhaust pipes and things like that, but the fact is, if you can't be heard, you know, you shouldn't be riding a bike. You want to be heard. You want those people to hear you coming down the road. And I'll tell you what, when they hear you coming down the road and here, they turn their heads, they look, and then they go, oh, and they do a double take. So I think, wow, look at that. It's amazing. It's a nice rake on the bike. Around the city, the 21-inch wheel is a bit of a gyroscope effect, but once you get out on the road, it's absolutely superb. And of course, that big 250 back tyre, it just sticks. It's beautiful, beautiful. The riding position is so, so comfortable. I'm a short ass, easy reach, no problems at all to all the gears. Your feet are planted firmly on the ground when you stop at the traffic lights or whatever, and you can, you know, adjust yourself, sort yourself out, you know, get comfortable, because you take your hands off the handlebars, your feet are doing all the work, it just holds you up nicely. The bike is full of chrome. It really is. It's something that if you had in your garage, you'd put it up on the hoist and you'd just polish it. You'd have great fun. Sitting out there with a beer, have the TV on out in your garage, polish your bike up, great fun. It does take a bit of cleaning. There's a lot of chrome on this machine, but that's what you want. You want something that's going to look specky. And for the price, there isn't a bike on the market that is going to match this. If you took something like another American motorcycle and you wanted to bring it up to the specifications, you are going to spend thousands, absolutely thousands. Victory have really, really got it sewn up. They are absolutely stunning, and we're really looking forward to riding some more of their models. And this motor, absolutely bulletproof. You know, absolutely. It's tried and tested and is a great machine. Look forward to riding some more.
I'm here with young Samuel Clark. Sam, you've been with Fastline.
Sam Clark.
Oh, you don't like to be called Samuel?
Sam.
Yeah?
Yeah, Sam.
Does it make you feel like a little kid?
Yeah, just Sam.
Yeah. Well, you are a little kid. You're working your way up. Samuel. Samuel.
First I started off with motocross and quite
Samuel.
All right, what am I saying? Don't forget to vote for us, yeah? It's such a professional show.
Hope you enjoyed it. It's so fucking professional. Hope you enjoyed the show.
Don't forget to vote for us at aurorachannel.com.au. Make us #1 show on Aurora Channel. I think I missed out a few connecting words.
Yeah, I think. And maybe you'll see you next week.
Yeah, okay, thank you. Why am I on this show? Well, thanks for joining us. Don't forget to vote for us at aurorachannel.com.au. Make us the #1 show on Aurora Channel. And maybe we'll see you next week.